In this video, I'm gonna share my 5 top strategies and tips and tricks on how you can keep your Google Tag Manager account clean and organized. So let's dive in. Hi there and welcome to another video of measureschool.com, where we teach you the data-driven way of digital marketing. My name is Julian, and in this little video I'm gonna share with you my 5 top tips on how I keep my Google Tag Manager accounts clean and organized. We got lots to cover, so let's dive in with number 5. Number 5, have a tag plan. Now before you start installing anything with Google Tag Manager, it's always good to lay out your plans in advance. What tracking do I want to install on which pages? And a tag plan can help you to organize your thoughts, but also give you a little bit of a documentation for other people who might come into your organization and trying to understand your tag management implementation. So if you want to find out how such a tag plan can look like, head over to measureschool.com/tagplan, where we have a template ready for you to download and fill out. And I guarantee you, a well thought out tag plan will help you to increase your speed of implementation, but also have something for the future and make your Google Tag Manager account more future proof. Number 4, utilize access management. Now, Google Tag Manager is a great tool to manage all your tracking codes in one destination. But be sure to utilize the access management to give access and appropriate access to outside consultants, other employees of your company, or whoever is deploying these tracking codes on your website. That will help you to keep track of who made which changes within your account at which time. And so you will see a handy overview on your homepage screen. So don't make the mistake of just having one Google account that has access to your Google Tag Manager account and sharing this account information with the people who are accessing it. Not only are there security risks involved, but also the history within Google Tag Manager won't work as expected, and you won't get the benefits of having a full history of who changed what. Number 3, utilize the built-in organizational features of Google Tag Manager. Now, first and foremost, I'm talking here about folders. And we have another video about folders if you want to dive in deeper into it. But really, essentially, they just provide a structure for you to put your tags, triggers, and variables in. Unfortunately, it's not possible to put your variables, for example, into multiple folders, which is a little bit of a pity because sometimes variables are connected to multiple tags and triggers and you want to put them into different categories. But make use of this feature because it's the first step of actually organizing your tags, triggers, and variables into certain categories. And this is very important for bigger accounts. The second thing I want to talk about are notes. And this is really about the version control feature of Google Tag Manager. Now, versions actually make it really easy to go back in time and recreate a version if you want to undo the changes that have been made. In order to do that, you actually need to know which version to pick. And if you don't utilize notes, it might be a little bit harder to identify which version you actually want to go back to. So in the overview window of Google Tag Manager, you can enter a note of what you have changed within your current version. And once you publish it, you will have that information available later on in your version history. So versions are also a very important organizational feature within Google Tag Manager. Now here's a little bit of a bonus for you. If you utilize custom HTML tags or custom JavaScript a lot, you might be aware that you can enter comments into the code box of Google Tag Manager by entering 2 slashes, and then everything on that line will be put into a JavaScript comment. So this is a very handy feature to annotate your existing code. So this may make it easier for people in the future to go through your custom HTML tags or your custom JavaScript tags and understand what your tags are all about and why which function is working at this time and place within your code. Number 2, delete unused assets. Now in real life, if you clean up, you probably need to throw things away from time to time. And in Google Tag Manager, it's really the same. If you have any unused tags, triggers, and variables, then you might want to delete them in order to keep your Google Tag Manager account clean. So you can go through all the tags and see if a trigger is attached to them. If you have a trigger that doesn't have a tag attached to them, there's a handy column which lets you see those and delete those. And in the variables menu, it's a little bit harder, but you can always click on the delete button and it will show you which tags and triggers your variable is attached to and if you might want to delete that. But you might think, oh, I want to keep this variable for later use or as a tag template. Well, there's a great tool by Simo Ahava called the GTM Tools, which lets you build a library of these assets and import them into future accounts. So be sure to check that out under gtmtools.com. And now my number one tip, if there's only one thing that you should take away from this video, it's this tip: have a naming convention. Now, the naming convention is all about how you name your tags, triggers, and variables. Now, I'm the first one to admit that I wasn't always the best in naming my tags, triggers, and variables in our past videos. But lately I've been thinking about it a lot, and I have actually sat down and made up a premium video with some best practices, which is available for our essential training students. But I will also make it available to you guys. So if you head over to measureschool.com/naming conventions, you'll find this premium video where I'll dissect how I will name my tags, triggers, and variables in future. And this will give you a little bit of an idea of how you could be doing it too. But it's safe to say if you don't have a naming convention yet, it is very important to install one in your daily Google Tag Manager deployments in order to keep your Tag Manager account clean and organized. Why? Because the names are really the first go-to point when you want to identify a tag, trigger, or variable within your account and find it or change it. So a naming convention is a must-do within Google Tag Manager. So these are my 5 tips on how you can improve your Google Tag Manager account organization and keep everything clean and organized. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other tips on how you do things in your Google Tag Manager account, then I'd love to hear from you down below in the comments. And yeah, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. This will help us with our rankings. And also subscribe to this channel because we'll bring you new videos every Thursday. My name is Julian. Till next time.